Alrighty. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Free Will Tarot. I am definitely starting the live stream a little late. Hope all is well with everyone. Mr. Tyler Griffith, what is going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Unstable connection. Gotta love that. Gotta love unstable connection. We are definitely doing the Aries and Taurus collective readings tonight. If you are viewing this from YouTube, definitely keep in mind you can always fast forward. Sup, buddy? Glad you're still doing what you love. Sorry I've been busy, bro. You know. Yep. I definitely know. What is going on, y'all? We are doing Aries and Taurus collective readings. I apologize that I'm starting the live stream a little late. Life be lifing sometimes. Aries and Taurus collective readings, y'all. Aries and Taurus. Do I have any Aries out there? Let's see if we can get some FYP going on. Boom. Do I have any Aries followers out there? YP. Said no, I'm a Gemini. That is a-okay. I do the Gemini and Cancerian readings tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is about 7 minutes from now. If you need to set an alarm, definitely do so. I appreciate you hanging out. What is going on, y'all? Aries Collective. I think we're just going to have to start the Aries Collective reading. Great, I'll try to be back. I'm in the UK. Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you for following and your love and support. I definitely have some followers from Ireland. I know at least one follower from Norway. From the UK, that's crazy. Alrighty, y'all. About 40 after, we're going to get into the Aries Collective reading. About 40 after. I definitely want to give y'all some time to hop on in the live stream. Where's my Aries Collective? Do I have any Aries out there? Aries Collective. What is going on, y'all? Hey, will my interview go well? Will my interview go well? Y'all, I am doing yes or no questions on Sundays. Y'all missed the yes or no questions last night. Personal paid readings are also on Sundays, but we are doing the Aries and Taurus collective readings tonight. I do 2 zodiac signs every night from Monday to Saturday. Tonight just so happens to be Aries and Taurus. No, AI summary, don't ask your questions. The AI summary is like doing Aries and Taurus readings for the collective. Ask your questions. No, AI, no. Bad AI. What does the Aries collective need to know moving forward for the next week or, week ahead? Aries Collective. What does the Aries Collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? As I do weekly readings here at Free Will Tarot. Let's go ahead and get into this. It is 40 after. We need 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. If y'all are new here to Free Will Tarot and how I do things, I'm about to do the bridge shuffle. What that means is when I do the bridge shuffle, that is the signal for y'all to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety through the comments so I can cut this deck. Oh yes. Here it is. And there it was, the bridge shuffle. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety through the comments so I can cut this deck. And then let's say about 42 after. Thank you for the rose. We will definitely get into this Aries Collective reading. How are y'all doing tonight? Hello, and how are you? I'm fantastic. I'm joining the live stream a little late, but life happens. I'm still here. I'm still showing up. 42 after, we're going to cut the deck. They said cut it. Go ahead and cut it. Yes, scissors. Thank you for those scissors. We are definitely going to cut the deck with them. Ooh, what is that? Clap, clap. It almost looked like a pineapple from this point of view. 42 after. Less than a minute. Less than 30 seconds, I'm sure. Thank you all for liking the live, for sending roses. I appreciate it. There it is, 42 after. Let us cut the deck. Thank you all for participating in such a fun way. Alrighty. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. If y'all are returning followers, thank you all for all the love and support. We have cut the deck with y'all scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. A Gucci Gucci Goo. Thank you for the heart main. Aries, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation. Here is the challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is the common ground and or similarities between you both. Hello. Hope all is going well with you. And here is the possible outcome and or advice. All right. Do keep in mind, Aries Collective, there's no way that every example, every metaphor, or example of the interpretations of these cards, every metaphor I use, every simile, every, you get the gist there, etc., etc. There's no way every metaphor or example of interpretation is going to resonate with a singular person out there watching this reading. It is a collective reading. With that being said, take what resonates, leave out the rest. And we are going to get right on into this reading. Aries. I am using a new to you, not new to me, a new deck. Golden Art Nouvelle, I think is how you pronounce that. Nouvelle. I think it's French maybe, or Latin, Italian maybe. I'm not sure. But I'm not so sure with these cards. I'm not too familiar with the tarot of these cards. We're going to still continue to use the cards, at least for this reading. But this is, I'm pretty sure, the King of Swords. No matter the artwork, in tarot, it's all structured the same. It's all structured the same, whereas an oracle deck, yes, there's no structure, it's free-flowing, depending on the oracle deck. I have the Egyptian Nouveau Tarot Beautiful deck. Really? I'm gonna have to check that one out. Thank you for the recommendation. But yes, with the King of Swords, and the situation, mind you, I do feel like you're trying to be logical in a situation. When you're making decisions, it's going to be head over heart, logic over emotion. When making these decisions based off of another person in your environment, do keep in mind, tarot is not gender specific with the King of Swords. So you definitely could be a male, you definitely could be a female, woman, man, whatever the pronouns you use or prefer. So yes, this could be with the King of Swords. You being in your masculine energy, we all have feminine and or masculine energy within us, depending on the situation, depending on how we are needing to react in every situation, right? Could be you in your masculine energy, wanting to be more logical, wanting to come from a place of morals, of standards. Like, nope, I know the truth about this situation. I know the truth about this person, maybe. I see with clarity, and I'm going to make the best decision moving forward based on logic, reason, my moral values, my standards. Definitely could be. With the moon card in the challenge, yeah. The moon card in the challenge, any other placement in this spread, we would say that you might, be trying to use your intuition to get out of a dark place, a dark time in your life. There's a lot of dark places with the moon. At nighttime, yes, there's a lot of secrets, there's a lot of illusions. Can't really see everything too clearly. But with that King of Swords and the moon card in the challenge, it's like, no, I find it challenging to see, everything as like smoke and mirrors. Maybe once upon a time, this person created smoke and mirrors. Maybe once upon a time, this person tried to confuse you. No matter the case, maybe the situation itself was confusing, but I do feel like you find it challenging to have a lack of clarity. Let's put it that way. I definitely feel like you're using your intuition. You're doing things by the book, being logical about what decisions you're making as far as maybe investing into this person or lack thereof. Speaking of investment, we do have this person showing up as, I want to say, the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Do keep in mind, this person that you are dealing with does not have to be a female, a woman, a chick, a gal, no matter the pronouns they use as well. This person is in their feminine energy. Yes, even as a male, we have feminine energies. We nurture projects, we nurture ourselves, others. Sometimes we can be in receptive mode and receive gifts and blessings. This person, though, they have resources. The Queen of Pentacles has resources to give to, let's say, the Knight of Pentacles. If the Knight of Pentacles goes on a journey, who does the Knight of Pentacles go to for money, camping gear, food, other resources? The Queen of Pentacles invests into this journey, right? So one could say that maybe this person, maybe you were looking to this person as some sort of help, some sort of, I want to say guidance, but that's not the word. Thank you for the paper crane. I don't want to say guidance, that's not the word. The Aries Collective definitely could have been looking towards this person for some sort of resource. It could be money, doesn't have to be. Maybe they were helping out with bills here and there. Maybe with food here and there. Maybe with gas. Gas is pretty pricey nowadays. It could be knowledge, for all we know. They have something of value that the Aries was definitely, I don't want to say taking advantage of, more so taking benefit from. If this person is willing to be generous and offer some value, of course we're going to take benefit and say yes. But there's something with this King of Swords, that tells me that maybe the Aries collective could be seeing through a facade that this person is either not as valuable as they're claiming, or they are, what's the word I'm looking for? They're taking advantage of the situation, like, yes, I know you need these resources. I know you need these resources. Come to me, Aries. You need these resources. Therefore, you need me. And it could be that the Aries collective is like, nah, I actually don't need you. I actually don't need your resources. With the, I want to say this is another queen, or maybe it's the king. I think it's the king, actually. It's hard to distinguish the difference between those two crowns. I think this is the King of Wands, though. No matter the case, we're going to say this is the King of Wands. This is the similarities or common ground between you both. If you are in this energy of being logical, not so emotional, thinking with your head, not your heart, and this person, at the very least, could be taking care of themselves, very resourceful, very grounded, let's say, then the shared energy would be, I said, a little chilling. Cool looking cards, a little chilling. A little bit, yeah. A little, chilling's the right word. Almost mysterious, maybe. But yes, it could be that your energy, your main energy being Knight of Swords, using your head over your heart, but also knowing what it is, what you want out of life, out of a relationship, and going after opportunities. Yeah, I'll keep it at that. Whereas this person, yes, grounded, responsible, dependable, to some degree, resourceful for sure, nurturing, but also knows what they want as well. I don't know what it is about this reading that is like making me confused, but like there's something this person has of value, and you're seeing clearly some sort of logic, some sort of like yeah, I'm no longer in confusion, I'm no longer in illusion. I see through the illusion of this person, possibly. Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe you see this person has value when once upon a time you didn't see their value. I say that because we have the Three of Cups and the possible outcome and or advice. This is celebration. This is getting together with friends, coworkers, family members. For all I know, this card has nothing to do with them. If it's the possible outcome, maybe you're just going to ignore this person and just enjoy the company of others, of people that 100% you're not going to be taken advantage of or hoodwinked. Three of Cups. I mean, that's celebrating. If this is the advice, then yeah, I wouldn't pay no attention to this person unless this is a reconnecting with this person. It's going to be different for all of you. I feel like I think most of the collective are going to resonate or relate to anyways. Not minding this person. I feel like to some degree this person uses their value as leverage, is the word I wanted to use earlier. And you're seeing clearly now through some sort of smoke and mirrors that possibly they were creating around themselves. So it might be for the next week you're needing to, as the advice, to just celebrate with friends, family members, coworkers that you resonate more so with, that you care about as equally as they care about you. With that being said, Aries Collective, I feel like I can see through the smoke and mirrors, but only barely, you know? Gotcha. Any chance that my son will stay longer than a year? We need to sign a 13 to 14 month lease. I couldn't tell you. I'm not doing yes or no questions. We are definitely doing Aries Collective reading and then the Taurus Collective reading in about 5 or 6 minutes after I end out the Aries Collective reading. But we need to end out, what up, Finch Girl? We need to end out the Aries Collective reading, so let's get one oracle card. But yes, I do personal paid readings on Sundays. I do yes or no questions on Sundays. Monday through Saturday, though, is for Zodiac Collective readings. And do keep in mind, I upload these live streams to my YouTube channel. Yeah, it feels better when I'm with friends. I do believe it. Y'all, I'm actually thinking about taking a break next week. So do keep that in mind, that I may not come back. Will you do Pisces at some time? Yes. Aquarius and Pisces are on Saturday nights. About 26 minutes ago is when you need to set your alarm if you want to, show up at the beginning of the live stream, or in about 4 minutes from now if you want to show up at literally the exact time I'll be roundabout, starting the Pisces Collective reading this Saturday. So yes, I did want to let y'all know that I may be taking a break next week. I'll continue to do the readings as much as I can this week. But okay, so nice, my ex is Aquarius and I'm Pisces. She is Pisces moon and I'm Aquarius moon. Okay, well that works out perfectly then. Yes, about a half hour ago is when you need to set your alarm then. I don't know what any of it means, but she sure as hell talked about it a lot. Thank you for the follow. I definitely love talking about compatibility and personality traits of the zodiac signs myself. I've even guessed a lot of people's zodiac signs correctly. So with that being said, love the back of the cards. Oh yes, I love this deck. I need to get one card though. I'm babbling over here. We need one card to end out the Aries Collective reading. One card. What does the Aries Collective need to know moving forward for the week ahead so we can close out this reading? 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. All right. Top card is the card we need to see. Yes, this is the back of the cards. It's actually one of the pictures of one of the cards as well. This is the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. Yeah, the lid's right here. If you need to take a screenshot maybe. Whispers of the Ocean. Oh yes, it's definitely super cool. I hope you got the screenshot. But here is the card that we pulled from the deck. Breakthrough to New Dimensions. Okay. Yeah, I'm loving this. Yeah, I definitely feel like there is some sort of illusion that you're seeing through, that maybe you're about to just enjoy the company of friends, family members, coworkers. Breakthrough to New Dimensions. The Aries Collective. A new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst forth into your subconsciousness. I feel like this is good energy. So if I'm Pisces, does this not apply to me? I suppose it does. I suppose it can, but I mean, I definitely make my intentions known that it could be for sun, moon, rising, or Venus. But yeah, I'd say as long as you show up for the Aquarius and Pisces readings this Saturday, then you won't miss out on your own reading or the person that you're cross watching for. I mean, if anything, this literally could just be for entertainment. You know, if you want to watch any of the readings I do from here until now, from here until then, geez, it literally could just tell you and show you how I do things here at Free Will Tarot, right? But yeah, breakthrough to new dimensions, a new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst forth into your subconsciousness. I do feel like Aries Collective, this is good. For the next week, you see through someone's BS, and you're about to shift into a different, dimension. But what that means is you're going into a different timeline where instead of the timeline you were on, where you're so focused on this person and their value that they could bring, to the relationship. Keep in mind, this is someone who is probably as attractive as you are. Maybe you've seen some sort of value, but then realized, oh, it was just fool's gold. Definitely could be. With that being said, y'all, I think this is what I have. Aries Collective, I hope this helped. I hope it was entertaining at the very least, maybe informative at the very most. And I'm going to have to shuffle these cards back into the deck. Do keep in mind, I am uploading this live stream to my YouTube channel. So if you don't want to miss out on a future live stream, then subscribe to my YouTube channel, because life happens. And unfortunately, my life be happening next week. So therefore, I'm going to have to take a break next week from these readings, from these live streams, just so I can, adjust to certain changes I'm making. With that being said, thank y'all for all the love and support. It said, I hope this applies. She has given me a lot of BS. Okay. Well, I do, as I mentioned, try to make my intentions known that these can resonate for sun, moon, and or rising, maybe even Venus. I would not try to force a reading to resonate, right, if it's not yours. I mean, sure, to some degree, maybe you have Aries somewhere else in your chart, for all I know, and that's why it's resonating. So yeah, you're allowed to claim a reading as your own, even if you aren't, an Aries. But yeah, I wouldn't attempt to force the reading to resonate or relate to your life. Everyone's got free will, though. How do I know what my chart is? Haha. Well, there's a specific website I love to go to and use for like friends and family members of mine. Astro Sofa. If you know the time of birth, if you know the time of your birth, the date of your birth, obviously we have the year, the month, the day that everyone knows, but do you know what time? Is it in the evening or in the morning? If so, then you'll be able to find out what your sun, your moon, and your rising sign is. Nice, thanks dude, not a problem. It said, my name is Will. Actually, my name is Rick. Free Will Tarot. Free will is a concept. Thank you all for the Taurus Collective for being patient with me. Not everyone is up to par or up to, you know, up to date on what's going on with astrology and how to find out your chart and so on and so forth. So I definitely don't mind taking the time to explain certain things. But with that being said, yes, I have no problem explaining certain things, like I said. So you're very welcome. Oh yes, but yeah, free will is, how do I want to explain that? Is the power of discernment that we all have. You know? Do I want to eat this chocolate bar before supper, which definitely will make my stomach ache, but it'll taste good in the meantime, you know, before I get that hamburger or that hot dog or whatever. Or I can wait till after supper as a snack and my stomach won't hurt as much. We all have free will, correct? What we do with that free will is up to us. That being said, Taurus Collective. Hello, Pamela. Hello, everyone. Taurus Collective. Thank you all for being patient with me. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. If you are a returning follower, thank you for all the love and support. We are definitely going to get right on in to this Taurus Collective reading. Let's say 7 after, we do 3 more shuffles. 7 after. We'll get 3 more shuffles and then we can do the bridge shuffle, which is when I have y'all send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. There it is, 7 after. We need 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alrighty, here it is, the bridge shuffle. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety so I can cut this deck and we can begin the reading. Uh-oh. There it is. Alrighty. Maybe. Here it is. And there it was. Oh yes, scissors. Anything sharp and pointy. Michelle. I don't know if you're still in the live stream, Michelle, but when you asked, did you ever read cards in reverse? I only read cards in reverse if they're in the challenge. I mean, otherwise, I could just take a whole deck and like, you know what I mean, do that. Which doesn't make sense to me, like, to use reversals. It never made sense to me to use reversals unless there is a predetermined placement in the spread, such as the challenge, in which I can utilize reversal, you know, interpretations. Does that make sense? I said, does that count? Oh yes. Y'all, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Let's get into your reading. Here it is. The situation, okay? The challenge, your person of interest. The similarities or common ground between you both. And the possible outcome and or advice. Okay, Taurus Collective, do keep in mind any of the examples of interpretations I use in this reading cannot 100% resonate with a singular person watching this live stream. With that being said, take what resonates, leave out the rest. Try your best not to force this reading if it's not yours, as I mentioned earlier. With that being said, Taurus Collective, we are starting your reading off with the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords tells me that there might be a battle of egos between you and another individual in the next week. Trying to, win at all odds. But at what cost? Are you about to lose a friend, a potential romantic relationship, a family member, all because you're up in your ego, and possibly are doing it because you don't understand what this person is doing? When we are in our ego, there are two branches, I always say: fear and confusion. Is there something you fear because you don't understand why this person is doing it? Is this person doing something or saying something that maybe you're having a fearful reaction to, and then because you're confused about why they're doing it or saying that, you're getting all up in your ego, like, no. Let's have an argument. I don't like where this is going. It literally could be that you're about to self-sabotage a friendship with a family member, a friend, a coworker, a potential romantic partner. When I say self-sabotage, I mean, of course, the self-fulfilling prophecy. What that is I'm going to behave in such a manner that aligns with my beliefs. My belief in this situation is that you're going to leave me. So if I behave in that way, that you're eventually going to leave me, then you have there's no other way for your beliefs to manifest, for the energy in the situation to manifest, than for this person to leave you. If you keep saying, no, you're going to leave me, you're only going to abandon me, everyone else abandons me, what makes you any different? You're only going to cheat on me, everyone cheats on me. If that's all you're telling this person, eventually they're going to leave. You pushing them away is only going to make them leave. So therefore, when they do leave, you get to say, ha, I told you so. I was right. That is a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's exactly what that is. Which is self-sabotage. This is what I got for Aries, Saturn, Aries, 17%, 42, so I guess it makes sense. Hey, that's what's up. I'm glad you took the time to look that up on AstroSofa. But yes. So Taurus Collective, it very well could be that you're about to self-sabotage or behave in such a way that drives another person that cares about you, away from you. And the next week, mind you, this is a weekly reading. With that being said, the 9 of Wands in the challenge. In any other placement, I would suggest that you are almost there. You're almost to the finish line. But in the challenge, it's like maybe you just find it really difficult, really challenging to get past the finish line and you're about to give up. Please do not give up, Taurus. Do not give up on this person. They care about you. No matter how many men, no matter how many women in your past have hurt you, have abandoned you, have caused trauma in your life to whatever degree, I feel like this person is a good person. Yes, it might take longer to see their intentions than you'd like, but it could mean with the 9 of Wands and the challenge that you need to spend some alone time, heal, really meditate, contemplate on what it is that you want with this person or a relationship in general. Do keep in mind, this reading doesn't have to be about a romantic relationship, but I often use the example of romance in my readings. So do take that, with a grain of salt. no matter if it's a friend or a potential romantic partner, it could be that you're needing to spend a little bit of alone time in order to get to know yourself better. So you don't push other people away and you're not bleeding all over them because you're still wounded or unhealed, right? If that is the case, it makes sense why you'd be in this Nine of Wands energy, being defensive, creating a wall up, putting a wall up towards people that only want to love you. With that being said, thank you Dubs thanks for all the cool readings. I appreciate that. Now, with the with the person of interest for the Taurus collective, it could be, and ignore the AI summary, a live tarot reading on self-sabotage and ego clashes. Ask about your future. Please do not ask about your future, Taurus. But yes, ignore the AI summary. With the, what is this? The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords in your person of interest energy, this is how they're showing up. They are confused themselves. They don't know why you're acting this way in the next week, Taurus. I'm not sure to what degree they understand or if they are aware in general that you are wounded, that you're unhealed, that you're possibly projecting onto them, past wounds, past traumas. Maybe you're afraid of them leaving, so you are pushing them away, to some degree before they even get the chance to, to show you, to prove to you that they're not leaving. That's all that Five of Swords is self-sabotage. Like, you know what? You're going to leave me, so I'm just going to push you away and test the boundaries there. Are you literally going to stay if I, push and push and push? Or are you going to leave like I keep saying you're about to? This is all self-sabotage, y'all. This is self-sabotage. Try your best not to get into any ego battles. Try your best to release the ego. Because I get it. We want to be comfortable in a relationship. But our ego is going to keep us way too comfortable for our own good. We need to be pushed out of our comfort zone every now and then. So allow this person to explain to you their intentions. Allow them to ask you about your intentions, Allow them to ask you about your past traumas. Get to know you better. Because this person has questions. They don't have a lot of clarity. The difference between the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, like the King of Swords we pulled in the Aries reading, the Queen of Swords is clueless. But they have a wall up. They're ready to use that sword to cut you off of their life, off of their energy, off of their effort, off of any investment they have been giving, as far as communication, getting to know you. Like, whoa, Taurus, I thought we were getting along. I thought we were getting to know each other. If I'm wrong, then I have a lot of questions, and if you act toxic, if you act immature, I don't need that. That's stressful. I don't want a stressful life. I'm allowed to cut you out of my life if you act up or, bring any stress or any lack of peace. If you destroy my peace of mind, I swear I will use this sword to cut all ties. But I do have questions and I care. So allow me to do so and we can move forward because I'm confused and I don't want to be confused, right? That's how this person, basically the conversation this person is giving right at this time. Now we do have the Page of Pentacles in the similarities or common ground between you both. This tells me that while you might be in self-sabotaging energy in the next week, and this person is confused and ready to like use that sword to cut you out of their life. The similarities, that's the difference between you. The similarities, therefore, would be the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is the student of the tarot deck. They are inexperienced when it comes to the value they own. They are also, let's say, the pupil, let's say the Padawan learner, for all the Star Wars fans out there. They are willing to let their ego go to the wayside. They're willing to sit down and let their ego disappear just for a split second in order to learn the value, the wisdom from someone else. I love this about this card being in the similarities and common ground between you both, because, I mean, while you both are in different energies ready to cut each other out, you know, let's say this is how it's going. This would be your person of interest. This would be you looking at each other like, let's go to battle. We got our swords. We're ready to use our words as, you know, hurtful weapons. The truth can be hurtful. While, yes, you both are looking at each other like that, you both are willing to sit down and learn from each other as well. You both have value, no matter what it looks like to other people. Only you, Taurus, will know what value you bring to the table. Only this person will know what value they bring to the table. And unless y'all get to know each other, put your egos to the side. You know, put your traumas to the side. This person is a new opportunity. In love, possibly. In spirituality. And I mean, if you don't give them a chance, you're definitely self-sabotaging for a beautiful opportunity to grow. All because you decided to give up and not see this relationship through, at least until the end of the week. Right? With that being said, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles and the possible outcome and or advice. If this is the possible outcome with the Seven of Pentacles, it could mean that, yeah, you're going to need at the end of the week to give a little more effort, to give a little more investment, because the fruits that you've planted, the seeds that you've planted with this friendship, with this potential romantic relationship, they're not going to bloom unless you give them water, unless you give them the soil they need for nourishment, unless you give them plenty of sunshine, unless you play classical music for them. You know, if this relationship, if this friendship is planted in a glass jar, are you writing "I love you," "You're beautiful," those sort of things on them? Or are you writing "I hate you," "You're ugly," those sort of things? Because those sort of things will grow and you'll see the fruits of your labor, right? If you are treating this person with respect, you will get respect back. If you're treating them with disrespect and, you know, it's all coming from a place of an ego, then there are consequences. You know, you're probably going to get some disrespect back. So therefore, you might need to spend a little bit more time getting to know this person, putting a little bit of effort and investment into them. If you want to see value grow from this friendship, from this relationship, you're going to have to put a little bit of time and effort and value into it first. I think that's the advice here also with the Seven of Pentacles. With that being said, y'all, we have one card we need to pull from the Oracle deck so we can end out this collective reading for the Taurus Collective. What does the Taurus Collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead to end out this reading? If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. If you like what I'm doing here, definitely hit that follow button, because I do it every single night for an hour. 2 zodiac signs from Monday to Saturday. 2 zodiac signs every night. What does the Taurus Collective need to know moving forward? Greg, you motherfucker. Much love to you, man. You know what you did, and I've got much love, like much love for you, brother. You're no longer a follower on TikTok. You're a brother of mine, dude. With that being said, we need 1 card from the Taurus Collective. 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Y'all, top card is the card we need to see to close out the Taurus Collective reading. Ooh. Be insightful and established. If there's anyone, live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Search results for 10 minutes for the feed eligibility standards under our harassment and bullying. I don't know what that means. Hopefully y'all can still view what I'm doing here, but no matter the case, be insightful and established. If anyone is established, it would be the Taurus Collective. Thank you for the rose, by the way, Greg. If anyone is established and comfortable in their environment, it would definitely be the Taurus Collective. But to be insightful, you can see me? Okay, sweet. I don't know what that restriction was about, but maybe it was because I called you a mofo, and maybe TikTok was seeing that as threatening. I can't stand the whole, you know what I'm saying? Let's, what's the word? Let's filter what we can say on TikTok. We, as the live streamers, entertainers, influencers, no matter the case, we must read from the card. Restraint on free speech. I love it. You did nothing wrong? Yeah, I don't know why they want to restrict, but it is what it is. Let's read from the card, y'all. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. Keep in mind, we can become depressed if we focus too much on the past. If we allow ourselves to compare the now to the past. Sure, the past has a lot of good things, but the now has a lot of good things too. It's all on what you focus on. Same as we can get so much anxiety, become so anxious if we focus on solely the future. The future hasn't happened yet. All we can really work with is the now. Ground yourself in this now, because otherwise you could be self-sabotaging a beautiful relationship, a beautiful friendship. Someone could teach you a new skill. Someone could teach you spirituality, ideas, which you both are in these swords, energy, behavioral patterns, whatever the case. So I know you both are intelligent. You know what I'm saying? There's some value that you both bring to the table, and if you don't give this person the opportunity to show you that value, then, I don't know about you, Taurus, but I don't like being stuck and stagnant. I like learning. I like trying new things. With that being said, y'all, I think this is what I have. I hope it was at the very least entertaining, at the very most insightful, informative. Do keep in mind, I do personal paid readings on Sundays, yes or no questions on Sundays. I will be taking a break next week just to adapt to certain changes I'm making in my life. I hope to see y'all either in the next Taurus Collective reading after next week, or maybe this Sunday for personal paid readings. With that being said, much love, y'all. Take care. Have a good night. Greg, I must speak at you sometime in the near future. I hope you're still in the live stream. But yeah, with that being said, I need to speak with you in the near future. All right. Much love, y'all. Take care. Have a good night.